When I moved into apartment 3B, I didn't care why the rent was cheap. It was half the price of anywhere else in the city, and I was desperate. The landlord, an older man with tired eyes and a habit of speaking in half sentences, handed me the keys without meeting my gaze. He said, "If you hear anything, don't talk back." I laughed, but he didn't. He slid the paperwork toward me, his hands shaking slightly. The lease included a strange clause. Tenant acknowledges that prior occupants have reported unusual disturbances and accepts the unit as is. I should have asked what that meant. Instead, I signed. The first week was quiet. The building was old but sturdy, the kind of place that creaked like it was trying to remember something. My new neighbors barely existed. Sometimes I heard a television, the faint scrape of footsteps, but no one ever appeared in the hallway. The radiator hissed like an irritated cat, and the walls clicked and settled at night. Nothing unusual for a century-old building. On my third night, I found a flash drive in the freezer. It was tucked behind a frost-covered bag of peas that weren't mine. A piece of masking tape was on it, labeled in pen, for the next tenant. I almost threw it away, assuming it was junk left behind, but curiosity won. I plugged it into my laptop. The drive contained one file. Recording 1, WAV. I pressed play. A man's voice filled my small apartment, shaky, breathless, terrified.
If you're hearing this, you moved in. God help you. My name's Dean. I lived here before you. I thought I was imagining it at first. The sounds, the whispers, it gets worse. It knows your name. It learns it from the lease. Don't answer when it says your name.
He paused, crying or laughing, I couldn't tell which.
I tried to move out, but it won't let me. You'll see. You'll find more of these. They made us leave messages. All of us did.
The recording ended with a low hum, like static under the surface of his voice. My laptop screen flickered, then froze. I yanked the flash drive out and stared at it like it was something alive. I didn't sleep much that night. By morning, I convinced myself it was a prank. It could be an art project. Maybe the landlord's sick sense of humor. People had lived in this building for decades. There had to be a rational explanation. 2 days later, I found another. It was a cassette tape this time, sitting neatly in my mailbox. No envelope, no label except the same handwriting. For the next, I didn't own a tape player, but apparently the apartment did. An old portable stereo buried in a cabinet under the kitchen sink. I pressed play. A woman's voice, calm, but breaking at the edges, filled the room.
"I'm Julia. I lasted 2 months here. You'll start hearing it soon, in the pipes and walls. It never shouts. It just asks. At first, it sounds like someone calling for help. Then it uses your voice. Don't look behind the bathroom mirror. Whatever you do, don't."
She took a shaky breath.
"If you stay too long, you'll think it's trying to make friends. It's not. It wants out. It can't leave, but it can make you stay."
Then silence, a prolonged, soft static, and just before the tape clicked off, something whispered Julia's name. Not her voice, lower, deeper, like something speaking through a throat it didn't fully understand. That night, I stood in front of the bathroom mirror staring. I could almost hear water moving behind the wall. The longer I stared, the more the reflection seemed wrong. The light in the room didn't quite match, and for a moment, I thought I saw movement behind the glass, a shadow where there shouldn't have been one. I covered the mirror with a towel and left the light on. Days passed. I tried to pretend things were everyday. The landlord stopped answering my texts. The fridge's hum began to cut out randomly, and when it did, I'd hear faint whispering through the vents, like someone talking from the other side of a wall too thin to hold them back. Sometimes it used my name, sometimes it used others. Once, I swear I heard it laugh. The third recording came from under my bed. An old voice recorder, blinking with a low battery.
"My name is Miguel,"
it said.
"They told me everyone who stays here goes mad, but I don't think that's true. It's not madness. It's understanding. It wants to be heard. That's why we all leave these messages. You're just continuing the chain.
There was a long pause, then a faint sound, metal scraping. Miguel's tone changed, quieter now.
I unscrewed the mirror. I saw the hole. Something is moving inside the wall like skin that breathes. It saw me too. It smiled.
I turned the recorder off before he could finish. My hands were shaking so badly that I dropped it. When I bent to pick it up, I realized the bathroom door was open again. I was sure I'd closed it. The towel that had covered the mirror was on the floor. That night, I taped the bathroom door shut. But the whispering got louder. It didn't sound angry. It sounded conversational, almost casual, like someone leaving voicemails through the pipes. It said things only I would know: my mother's name, my old apartment number, the nickname my ex used to call me. Every time I ignored it, it grew quieter, like a disappointed friend. Every time I listened, it grew bolder. I started keeping my phone recording at night, just to prove to myself it was real. But when I played the audio back, there was nothing, just silence until one night, I caught something faint in the background, a voice whispering,
"Make yours next."
I didn't understand what it meant until I found the fourth message. It was on my phone, recorded at 2:47 a.m. I never hit record. It was my voice speaking, breathless, panicked. To whoever moves in next, don't stay after the first week. Don't listen to it. Don't try to help. It doesn't want help. It wants you to tell its story. That's how it spreads. That's how it stays alive. I dropped the phone. My throat felt raw, like I'd been screaming in my sleep. The apartment felt smaller now, the walls too close, the air too damp. The mirror in the bathroom hummed faintly, vibrating against the wall. I could see my reflection tremble like water. I packed that morning. I didn't take much, just clothes, my wallet, and my laptop. But when I opened the door to leave, the hallway was empty and silent. The elevator button didn't work. My phone had no signal. I pounded on the door and screamed for the landlord and for anyone. Nothing. Then, from the other side of the bathroom door, I heard a voice that sounded exactly like mine say, "Don't forget to leave a recording." The door creaked. I didn't touch it, but it opened anyway. The mirror inside was spotless, shining like new, and in it, my reflection smiled a second before I did. A month later, a new tenant moved in. The rent was cheap, and the landlord was kind, if a little distant. When she opened the freezer, she found a small flash drive. It was labeled in pen, "For the next tenant."